Hey there, how there, ho, there's Jeff Cutter now. Welcome you to another Stone Cold Hockey video. And we are doing the 2005-2006 Buffalo Sabres because I feel like Buffalo had the firepower and, Derek Roy's on the team, Kitchener. Anyway, we are 15-10-4, third in our division behind Ottawa and Montreal. Ottawa's been on freaking fire. So has Detroit in a sense. Detroit and San Jose have yet to lose in this newfangled thing called overtime and a shootout. We are out of the playoffs race right now. Alex Ovechkin leads the goal scoring rate with Danny Heatley and Oli Yokin at 23. Brian Gianto at 20. Ooh. Pavel Datsyuk, 44 points. Oli Yokin at 44 and Danny Heatley, 43. Yager, 41. Arnon Biron leads the goal scoring rate, goals against at 171 with Benny Legacy 1.8, Roy Emery 1.82, and Hasek 1.91. Man, Hasek's playing great. Standings wise, you see us 15-10-4. We have only scored 97 goals. We've given up 76, so we've done okay. We're 0-2 in the shootout, 1-2 in overtime. So 1-4 in um past overtime. Toronto's 1-6 in overtime. They haven't been to the shootout yet. 85-2 at home, 7-5-2 on the road. The best shootout mark, well, Anaheim's 3-0 in the shootout, so is Edmonton. Like they're the only teams to beat who have won two shootouts without losing one. I mean, the Rangers lead the Atlantic, but they're 0-2 in the shootout. That's funny. Anyway, seedings, we are 1 point back of New Jersey and Tampa for the playoffs right now, as of right now, but we still have time. Highlights wise, you see 27 hat tricks. Memorable games, there's been 5 of them. There's a new number 1 on the member list. Colorado Pittsburgh. Colorado was up 4-0 on Pittsburgh. Poor Pittsburgh. Kolesnik against Tebow. Tanguay, LaPerriere, Brunette, and Tanguay scoring. Then Pittsburgh scores 6 straight. Malone, Armstrong, Tarnstrom, Leclerc, and Recchi. So Pittsburgh shocked a lot of people. New Jersey Philly from October 7th when New Jersey had a 4-0 lead and choked. Washington Tampa October 28th, 11 goal fist. Detroit St. Louis. St. Louis was up 4-1. And then Toronto Boston when Toronto was up 4-1. So we are playing on December 11th. We are hosting, no, we're in Minnesota. And it will be Ryan Miller going up against Manny Fernandez. So we'll see what Miller can come up with. Fernandez and Rolison, that pairing that was big before Minnesota traded Rolly to Edmonton. Josh Harding would back up Manny Fernandez. We have Ryan Miller, we have Marty Biron, and Mika Norinen. Our goal, well, our players are Chris Drury, who is a pretty good player in a sense, but a crappy GM for the New York Rangers. Alex Kudelik, Danny Briere, number 48 in the program before going to Coyotes. Sent him there, and the Briere ended up with the Flyers. Tommy Flanick from Austria, Maxim Vinagana for the highlight reel. JP Dumont, Derek Roy, Kitchener at the Al Kitchener. I'm sorry for the Habit. You're gonna act. Jason Pominville, Tim Connolly, Brian Campbell, Paul Gostad, Mike Greer, Hammer Calendar, Taylor Pyatt, Jake McHugh, Roy Fitzpatrick, Temple Newman, the former Jets. I go on, and Coyote. Dmitry Kalinin, Adam Aaron Novotny, Tony Lindman, Danny Payet, and Nathan Petch. For Minnesota, they have Marion Gaborik, number 10 in your programs. Brian Rolston, former Devil. Todd White, Wes Wallace, who was a bust in Boston but found his way in Minnesota Hearts. Pierre Marc Bouchard, 96 in programs. Mark Schwannard, Randy Robitaille, former Atlanta Thrasher. Cody Foster Cutter. Pascal Dupuis, Andre Susan, last name you see in the NHL alphabet. Stefan Fiu, Philip Kuba, number 17. Philip Kuba. Riku Koivu, great player, Saku's brother, Alex Day, who was a massive bust for Ottawa and found his way back in the league somehow. Brett Burns, before he became a Shark and a defenseman. Kyle Winfeg, Daniel Tarquist, Nick Schultz, Willie Mitchell, Derek Bugard, who'd be a goon but die 5 years later. Matthias Weinhandel, Matt Foley, and Alex Henry. Here we go. 4 minutes into the game. Hudson Bay Hospital favors. It's Tallender. Two sharks goes 5 minutes later. Oh no, it's Henry. Alex Henry. Smith? No. Lewis gives it up and Brett Burns, the first goal of the game, from Bouchard and Florida. Like you idiot. Good as that. And we get a penalty. It's Gonstad. The Minnesota. The Susan scores from Boston Well, okay. I usually don't come after in any game, any situation. We have a chance, and we fucked it up. And we fucked it up. Minnesota penalty, Rolston. I'm still mad at Briere gets whacked by West Walls. You can't steal or Peppa power play goal. He ate Tim Conway. He's Tim Connolly. His 10 from Fennec and Drury makes it 1-3. 4 minutes later. The score, Albert comes up. Fake. Yeah, get Norton in there. We're not gonna win this game. But we score! Chris Drury! Don't tell that to Ranger fans. His 10 from Connolly makes it 4-2. 2 minutes later. Johnson. Oh. 4 minutes, Padich. Nope. Susan scores the second to Bouchard. 5-2. We got our asses handed to us. We had a terrible first period, and we got that Connolly and Drury did score their 10th. That's the good news. The bad news is we suck. Detroit lost, but not in overtime. We play nobody. Detroit wins in overtime against Atlanta. All these overtimes and shootouts. Okay. We would host Dallas, and we get asses hit in 5-2 as Turco beats Marty Biron. Dallas goes by Lieutenant UC Barnes, Bordello, and Morrow. Novotny scoring a goal from Newman and Briere, and then Vanek. Novotny, huh? We are in Pittsburgh. Jose wins. We have to go to Pittsburgh. We have to autoplay. Well, 7-0. Marty Biron beats Marc-Andre Fleury. Connolly. I figured enough. Tallender, Novotny, Pyatt, and Derek Roy. Kitchener. So 7-0. So we host Pittsburgh, the second game of the double dip. Now, in a situation like this, we would actually have had to simulate the second game because we do back to back and we can't do 2 games against the same team on the same video. So Ryan Miller will start against Marc-Andre Fleury. They could have went with Caron, Thibault, or even Samarin, but they go with Marc-Andre. They're glutton for punishment, I think. They had Sid the Kid, the first overall pick in the 2005 draft. A lot of people said it was baloney because Pittsburgh was close to being bankrupt again and they needed some help. Mark Recchi, great Penguin. He did play for the Flyers and Habitants, but he went back to Pittsburgh. After all, he did win a cup with the Penguins, in 1991. People forget about that. Johnny Leclerc, who also was a Flyer and a Hab at one time too, alongside Mark Recchi. Well, not a Hab. No, Recchi was traded for Leclerc, as it was a Recchi going to Montreal for John Leclerc, who went to Philly. And people forget John Leclerc was a Montreal Canadian. I have his kind of rookie card in 1991 with the Habs. Ryan Malone, Colby Armstrong, who's kind of a weirdo on Hockey Night in Canada. Michel Goulet. Cutter, what are you thinking? Sergei Gonchar, Great Washington defenseman. Thomas Harvey, Siggy Palfy, Great LA King, and Cupcake. Mario Lemieux back in the league for, I think this was his final season. Ryan Whitney, Rick Jackman, Eric Christensen, Eric Brokonicki, Dick Tarnstrom, Max Talbot, 3 years later, he'll blossom. Lassie Pericha, Joseph Malachkar, Konstantin Kolsov, Brooks Orpik, number 44, he'll blossom. Matt Murley, Rob Scuderi, and Steve Popes. Hopefully, we do something. 5 minutes into the game. Let's get hot dog. Much later. Are we nursing it? 5 minutes later. Well, that was quick. So many high dice rolls. We win 1-0 after 20. 2 minutes. Pittsburgh, black, wet. Thank you. Jay Mickey. His second from Brian Campbell makes it 2-0, Jeffrey. 3 minutes later. That's no. 4 minutes later. Agitated. We got agitated. It's Lindman. They have a chance, and they score. Sent the kid, his 13 from Colby and Lemieux. Finally, after 93 minutes of play, they finally scored us in the back-to-back. And they score again. Ryan Malone from that makes it 2-2. Oh, are you serious? It's time to pump you up. The Austrian Fennec has 10 from Briere and Taylor Pyatt makes it 3-2. 2 minutes into the third. Dumont gets whacked by Colby Armstrong. Do we take advantage? We don't. 2 minutes later. What the heck? His 11 for Rory Fitzpatrick. That's a name you probably didn't think when I was saying Alex Kotelik. 4 minutes into the... More. No. 3 minutes. Action. They score. Wicked slap shot. Colby his 12 from McLaren. Whitney makes it 4-3. Uh-oh. Chance for Pittsburgh. No. 3 minutes later. Crosby gets hit. Empty net. No counter. 2-man advantage. And Pittsburgh cannot put it in the net. And we escape. Winning 4-3. The Penguins lose. Ryan Miller gets the W. Gallstein, McKee, Fanek, and Hacked. 4-3. I think we're sharing in the goal scoring trial list. Sunday we are off because we played the back-to-back days. We're in Philadelphia. We're on the road in Philadelphia. And it will be Ryan Miller getting the start against Ninanaki. It was him or Ash. Two goalie things. But yeah, Ryan Miller gets the start against the Flyers. Simon Gagne, number 12 in your programs. Mike Canubo, Jeff Carter from Sault Ste. Marie. Like Derek Roy, 2003 first rounder. RJ Umberger, who got knocked out by Brian Campbell. I think it was the 07 playoffs. No, it was the 06 playoffs. That happened. Peter Forsberg, well, the Flyers did draft him and then traded him to Quebec in the Lindros deal, but he's back in Philadelphia. Yoni Pickett, number 44 in your programs. Sammy Kapanen, number 26. Michael Hanses, Mike Richards, Kitchener. So yeah, you got yourself 2 Kitchener Ranger icons going at each other. Richards versus Roy. Brian Savage, former Hab. Ranko Radjonovic, John Sim, Freddie Meyer, Kim Janssen, Eric Desjardins, still with the Flyers. Darian Hatcher, former Dallas Star. Donald Brashear, the Goon. Mike Ratchie, former Shark. Ben Eager, Dennis Seidenberg, Keith Primo, on the tail end of his career, and Randy Jones. 5 minutes into the game. Nothing. Billy Pelly on Pitkinen. Bad for us! 2 minutes later. Oh no, he's in the zone. Auto zone. 4 minutes later. I told you. Beer. Beer Flyers soon. The Flyers take a penalty. It's Ratchy. Gets to score. Damn it. Damn it, Jeffrey. Yep, damn it, Jeffrey. Takes a penalty. I'm putting it again off. We hit their defense. They scored. Jeff Tyler. Richards to LA. Much later. Flyers take a penalty. It's Pitkinen. We score! Papa power play go. Sure. Who? Dumont. His 10th from Roy and Tallender. 1 minute later. Score! Paul Gostad his 8th from Fanick and Connolly makes it 2-1. 5 minutes later. Okay. Over the hit. And we're up 2-1. Can we do it? I hope we can. 3 minutes later. No. 3 minutes later. Cut. No. 5 minutes later. Score! He's ain't Tim Conway. He's Tim Connolly. His 12th from Finnegan. Fuck you. 4 minutes later. Jets. Oh. 3 minutes later. They're gonna pass. Their luck. And we hold them 2-1. We win. Buffalo Kachi. Miller stood his ground. He did give up an early goal, but we scored 3 straight. Dumont, Gostad, and Tim Connolly. Detroit wins in overtime over Columbus, so they're still undefeated in regulation time. We're in Florida. We're going to be in Florida. San Jose lost. So we are in Florida. And we are in a playoff position, finally. 18, 12, and 4. So it's 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 2. So the Northwest, Vancouver, LA, Colorado. Goal scoring, we don't have anyone that's big in goal scoring. But Biron does have the best goals against 176. Legacy, Emery, and Osgood. It's all about the tandems. Hashek's down to 6, Coons 5th. Oh my god. Hey Miller. That's clear. 382, but Teodor has a first goals against. 4 shutouts by Ray Emery. Well, that's what they do. Hashek doesn't have the shutout power anymore, but we'll be okay. We should. Anyway, I'm Jeff. I'm gonna do.